Welcome back, Legends and Germs, to the Winds of Winter. What the fuck happened last time, guys?
Not much, really. I mean,
That always seems to be the answer, but it's never true.
eh,
I only made notes for my off time, but I would like someone to decipher what spends wild smite time. What the fuck does that mean? And then it says
is that
parents. It says parents in big question. I got a smaller pen, so it'll take up some of the space.
incredible?
The only
Truly,
smiting I can think of is that the Stormlord might smite us for all
he's
being
probably gonna kill
blasphemous
all of
Oh,
against.
us.
he's gonna kill all of us. That fucker hates us.
I, at this point, fucking do it.
It's more
Just
like y'all
fucking
are
Campaign
pissed at
shifts. Our end
him.
game is fight Storm.
Give her back.
go throw down with a god. It's fine.
Fine.
It'll be fun.
It's not
It's totally
unheard
fine.
of, and this is your campaign, guys. You do what you guys want to do.
We're level 7. We can take him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Mansion Man is connected to
Hey,
the Stormlord,
hey.
and that's why he's ruining our lives.
Hey, everyone should have future goals. You know what I mean? Like, everyone should have
Mhm.
things that they work towards, that they strive for and aspire to.
Exactly.
I did
It's
play
good.
a character one time whose end goal was to fight a god. Like she was gonna go fight Pelor. Like that was her end goal.
I would love a character whose end goal was just to fight a god, doesn't matter which.
Doesn't
Just,
matter
Just a god.
or why. Just like to do it.
yeah. I don't care if there's a reason. I don't care if it's good or bad. I just
I
want
just want
my
to fight a
fist in a god's face.
god. She was an oath breaker, and that was who she broke her oath to, was that god. She's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill that god because you let my sister die. Fuck you. That's her end goal.
Listen, man. I get it.
Belle really gets it.
That was my first D&D character, by the way. My first D&D character. My goal was fighting.
That tracks. That tracks.
Well, yeah.
We didn't do a whole lot. It's fine.
We're sad. We were
Last
real
session
sad.
We were
was-
sad.
Still got a
Yeah.
day job. Like,
I did.
And Yvain picked up a shift.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sure did.
Yeah, last session we dealt with the fallout from the death of the false Hydra and the revelation this town had to face that half of their population had been consumed and just as quickly forgotten and moved on from as if they had never existed. And then now having to deal with all of that, some are taking it better than others, to say the least.
You should go check in on Bunny Boy, by the way, guys. Just had a thought.
Scylla spent quite a bit of time at the Church of the Everlight, just kind of doing what she could to aid who she could. Yvain, I think you did the same, something similar as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Aiding
That time.
people?
I thought you did. Like, what did you end up doing with your time?
Oh,
There?
I prayed to the Stormlord, kind of, and
That's
then I yelled
right.
at him, and
You
then
had, yeah,
I avoided my problems.
that's right. Yeah,
It's a common theme.
you had some conversations with you all had some conversations with gods, and yeah, you had some revelations about yourself and your own personal issues as well. Scylla, you had some memories come back that were a little unexpected.
They're in the
Belle,
box somewhere. Don't touch
yeah,
the box.
and Belle, it is a miracle that you are even standing and speaking, to say
I
the
went to the
least.
beach.
Went to the beach and discovered a new ability of yours that seems to have manifested quite recently. But after realizing that you had lost one of your number, you all took time to begin the grieving process in your own ways. And it is a never ending process, it seems. But you have started that journey, and knowing that you've started that journey together is at least a bit of comfort. We left with Yvain working a night shift down at the Rebel Oak Tavern while Scylla and Belle sat on the beach and talked and didn't talk. And we'll pick up the next morning. You guys ended up making your way back after a while. Saw Yvain wiping down tables and just decided to kind of give her her space. Yvain, you kind of just turned your brain off for a while, like you used to, like you did. This is when you have not felt the need to turn your brain off like this since the last time you went home. It's just, there's too much going on right now, and you are not ready to do that much mental and emotional work. So you'd rather just kind of turn that part of your brain off and focus on physical menial work. And you just you are the best waitress, waiter, server that Tiamora has ever had in the Rebel Oak. And you spend a good few hours just kind of, putting on that customer service smile and serving up drinks and food, having kind of nonsense conversation with a couple of patrons, and finally the night comes to an end. Tiamora says, kind of walks over to you. Hold on, I gotta let the dog out.
You get a
voice got
dog.
deep
No,
all of a
Tiamora has a
sudden.
dog?
That's a very lesbian thing to do. Your wife dies and you're like, I'm gonna
He's
get a
not
dog.
mine. He's not mine exactly. He just sort of hangs out around here when he wants to.
It's your dog. Puppy lottery.
Anyway, I think I'm good for the night. I think I can handle it from here. But I very much appreciate you pitching in. It's good work you did.
Thanks. I very much appreciate you letting me do it.
She presses a gold into your hand. Payment for the evening.
Normally I would refuse, but I am broke, so thank you.
Not a problem. And don't forget, your rooms are on the house at this point. Stay as long as you need.
Thanks.
Get some rest. You look like you need it.
I do have to make a call. So she gets up from where she's sitting at the bar and she kind of steps out to the front. I'm imagining there might be some kind of like front porch area or something.
Yep,
Okay.
there's a couple steps down. But there's like a front porch area with some lanterns and some tables.
Probably day over in Amman. Oh. Takes out the stone. Okay.
1 second. God damn it. The dog needs to go out. Think about this.
Sure.
Great timing. I have to be.
The session has been chaos. We're all everywhere.
It's been like 10 minutes. We're doing great.
Oh,
Good, man.
yeah, my shoulder popped.
Well, that was stupid. Why'd you do that?
It does it on its own, man. I don't have a choice.
Likely fucking story, okay?
Listen, you hit 30 and you just start to disintegrate. That's the rules.
I can't wait. Turn me into dust, please. The Magic 8 Ball agrees with you. It says without a doubt.
I cannot wait to meet Tally and Porter,
I
honestly.
know, right?
This
Could-
poor couple.
I was gonna say, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Like everything with the city notwithstanding, just coming to and finding your friend and the people they brought just absolute disaster. Like emotional nuclear bombs that have gone up, like just wrecked through and through. And then on top of that, you got the fact that the entire city has been fucking destroyed.
It's kind of like,
Oh
do we
God.
do we still go through with it? We already put the
Like, do
down
we
payment.
right? Like deposits are in. I don't think we're getting them back. Yeah.
Oh man.
It, I'm so excited. Because like simultaneously, this is a wedding is probably what we need to like distract ourselves for a minute here.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Also excited to see at what point Alex like gets sad about Scylla's family.
Yeah, because Scylla hasn't mentioned a peep of
Uh-uh.
that. So
Can't wait for that
Why-
to go to pieces. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'll be good.
This game is just being sad.
There's catharsis in it though.
I know. I'm also excited for Mac to watch this back and see what we've been talking about.
Oh yeah.
Why?
No reason.
God damn it, I knew I should have paused the recording. Or maybe it's good that I didn't. I don't know. We'll have to censor anything.
No.
No, Eric and I were just talking about how both of us are in wheelchairs and we're just not telling you. So,
Bruh.
Damn you.
Oh.
Alex said we should continue.
Okay, yes,
They will
please
be
do.
back shortly.
Please
Oh,
do.
okay. Yes. Out on the front porch, taking in the night air,
Yep.
kind of looking at the sending stone for a second. Really trying to think about how to break this news. Oh, shit, what's it? We killed a false Hydra. It altered our memories so that we'd forget Cat exists. We remember her now. She's dead. It got her.
You had one more word left.
That's it.
Okay. There's a pause. And you hear a very tired voice on the other end. Oh, God. Babe, I'm so sorry. Do you need me to come to you? I can be there in a week and a half. Love.
No, I don't want you anywhere near this. Everything with us is so fucked. I want you safe. I love you.
Okay. If you're sure. Take care of my girl. Be kind. to yourself. Keep me updated. You are my world.
She starts crying again. She'll eventually wander back inside and go to sleep.
From her voice, you could tell she probably has not slept since your last message. And from what you remember about the time difference, you're about, I think, like 6 to 8 hours ahead of her. So it's probably around like midday around this point where she is. But the night is cold, crisp. You can smell the ocean. You go to bed?
Yeah, she goes upstairs to go to bed.
Okay. The three of you find yourselves to sleep. And the night passes without incident. The day comes. Scylla, some internal sense, some sixth sense within you wakes you up at around, maybe you would say, somewhere between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. But it sends you up out of bed, straight up, like a corpse sitting from the grave. Your family's close.
She's like sitting up and like it's just now like she's really excited to see them, and now is like looking at her hands and like kind of probably having like a mini panic attack. Honestly, just 6 a.m. panic attack. Just a little one, just a little bit. And then it's probably, I think Belle and Yvain probably wake up with Silva just walking back and forth across the room.
Yvain, Belle, the two of you eventually wake to find Scylla pacing.
Like muttering crazily to herself.
It's not morning aerobics, is it? What are you doing?
Oh, my family is almost here. I can feel it, and I am. Just go back. She looks noticeably like really stressed out. And I would assume like you guys haven't. She woke up like 3 hours before you. She's been getting in a great workout.
Sweat is just kind of like just dripping down the side of her face.
Okay, Yvain very groggily, like fucking almost falls out of bed, stands up, and just kind of like stands in front of you to block your path. Gentle
Continues
hands
trying
on
to
the
walk.
no, hands on his shoulder. Okay,
Just like lifting her in the air, legs still going.
listen, how about we wash up, wash face, get some food, and then we can maybe we can meet up with them. How do you know that they're here?
You can just kind of feel it.
Okay,
It's all
yeah,
good.
yeah. Go. She just points to the washroom.
Okay. She kind of walks away like in a daze a little bit.
Belle, how you doing?
Sitting watching.
Okay. So, Scylla, you wash up. Belle, Yvain, you guys get your morning started. However, it is that you do. If there's anything of note, you can stop me. But You guys,
I'll say Scylla tries really hard to find a shirt that doesn't have fucking blood on it. It's like 20 minutes of her
you have
routine.
had
I'm like,
the opportunity to wash your
Fuck.
clothes at this point.
blood doesn't come out.
Not like that.
There's magic in this world. One of you guys knows prestidigitation, I'm pretty sure.
Not me.
Okay, never mind.
I got mage hand. What can I do with that?
I got mending. So there's no cuts in my shirt, but there's certainly still blood in them.
Oh yeah, okay. Maybe there are quite a few that are probably still.
You can
quite
cut
dark.
around the blood and then mend the shirt.
Interesting idea, yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you do your best to find your cleanest clothes, and you all end up downstairs, finding that there seems to be hot food on people's tables, and it's not just bacon this time with burnt toast. It's actual, like there seems to be a stew as well as some eggs that aren't burnt and some sausages and other kinds of stuff. And you see Tiamora at the bar slanging away, doing her thing.
Did you like wake up this morning and like know how to cook now?
No, I just remembered how to hire somebody.
That's a great skill. Yes.
Yeah, remembered that that's something I can do. Never really had to, but yeah, I just kind of stopped by the church this morning, checked in, let everyone know how I was doing, and asked if there were any cooks that needed a gig, and found one. He's back there, and he's a sweet kid. He's a little young, but he's talented. I mean, the food's pretty good.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. The bar was pretty low. So,
Trust me, I know. Um, just, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was always her thing. But
It doesn't have to replace it. That's just her thing,
no,
it's just
I know. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, it's weird.
it will be for a second. You just have to accept it.
Yeah.
Let's
Anyway,
test it out.
anyway.
Yes, yes.
What you guys like? You feeling like it's little still breakfast time? I'm
Sausage,
just,
Mm.
eggs.
What's he good at? What's his best thing?
he mentioned flapjacks, but no one's ordered them yet.
Oh my god, I will eat pancakes
I
right
want
now.
them.
Okay. All right. I'll head back and let him know.
Why would no one order pancakes? Are these people crazy?
So yeah, you guys sit at the bar, and eventually, you see this lanky, skinny half orc walk out of the back, and he is carrying 3 platters stacked high with like three like large dinner plate flapjacks each, and sets each one in front of you, and kind of sets down a little thing of what you assume is maple syrup, and he kind of says, so these are banana nut flapjacks. They're made with the Predosis nut that grows in the jungle. We pick them.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
We
Bella's already eating.
pick the
And you let it out.
proboscis
Let it out.
nuts.
Let it out.
Predosis nuts, and the bananas fresh every morning. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. And he kind of does a little half bow with his dirty apron, like a curtsy almost, and kind of walks away.
We're gonna
Hey,
want
thank
more
you.
of these.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna end up
Um,
eating like half of one. When you cut in, you make it really nice, and then you get to dig in, and you're like, oh, shit, I ate like a quarter of like 3 pancakes in a row.
Yeah.
So get like the one and
These-
then push it to Bill.
Literally never had that experience in my life. I don't-
Yeah, these are quite good. The nut is like almost, I can't remember. It's like a God. I it's a super I'm trying to remember what the exact nut is, but it's like that like ripply soft one. Like oh God. It's like I don't want to say it's not cashew, but whatever.
Like a walnut?
Walnut?
Yes, walnuts. There we
Okay.
go. It's something like a walnut, but it has a sweeter taste to it. It's almost like a honeyish taste.
So
And
he made us like
mhm,
Nutella and banana pancakes, essentially,
pretty much, yeah,
which
it's like
sounds great.
yeah, it's
Yes.
like a honey, yeah, but and the bananas are like caramelized and they're like almost a little like crispy when you bite into them, but they're like soft and gooey on the inside.
That's really good.
Yeah,
And
we
Breakfast with is
want more
good.
of these. We definitely
yeah,
want more of these.
the syrup is a is a maple syrup mixed with honey that just makes it extra just gooey and run perfectly. There also seems to be an entire pad of butter sandwiched between each flapjack.
Correct?
That's what he's doing.
Comes out, did you want whipped cream?
Yes.
Yes.
Plonks a little bowl in front of you guys, takes the whisk out of it.
You're doing amazing. You're doing
What's your
amazing.
name, kid? Who are you? What's your name?
Zorian,
Zorian?
Zorian.
Zorian. Good job, Zorian. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Shoulders up, kid. You're doing a good job.
Hunches his shoulders and walks away. Just like he's a really like gangly dude, so he kind of like waddles almost like a penguin in a weird like looks like Lurch who has a stick up his ass.
Only Ben will get us, but it's Gertie. It's Gertie. It's literally Gertie.
Gertie.
But
Oh,
yeah,
my nemesis.
breakfast is delicious and Zorian's actions, antics, and very delicious breakfast food take your mind off of things for a bit. But
Not that long.
eventually, after you finish the quarter of your flapjacks,
Yeah, Belle immediately gets
yeah. So you guys complete your breakfast and the day is yours. You probably assume that there would be getting here via the let me see if I can look at the map
same
actually.
road that we came in on.
Most likely you guys are in Phelan and you guys are still on Phelan. So yeah, you would assume they'd be getting here by the Gilded Roadway through Altafi Avenue. Um and yeah, the day is yours. They're most likely on the road on the way here, getting closer and closer. What would you like to do? How would you like to prepare for the rest of the day? Or what would you like to do?
I don't think Scylla wants to think about it that much. And um, okay, so I think they're going to be here eventually, and I'm not sure I can think about it too much, or I'm going to go back to pacing. And Elaine told me I had to stop. So, uh, should we go visit? What's that kid's name? The bunny kid?
Luthen.
Leuven?
Yeah.
I'd go with you if that were the case. You mentioned it.
Sure.
I just, they had there a lot going on. I just want to make sure the kid's okay. And I think we also freaked out the mom a little bit. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like we should be cognizant of the fact that assuming both he and his mom are still there, they're going to be going through and dealing with the loss of at least the father figure, if not also two other children out of that house.
maybe it's a way. Maybe it's a leaving mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we could like
Then,
pass them, like just skate by the house to see if there's any activity going on inside, but it's I don't know how much we want to interject ourselves in that because yeah, we had a rather awkward le leaving with his mother.
hmm yeah, that's probably a good idea. Then Who would like to go to the bookstore with me?
Which one?
The one that's probably still not open.
That's fair.
The open
Sure.
one.
Yeah, are you looking for something specific?
I realized I don't have a wedding present for my family, so I'm gonna get
Oh.
some very random book for Tally that's gonna make her laugh, and that's all I got.
Nothing for Porter.
No,
Or it can get fucked.
not less that he can get fucked, and more that he's like a man of very little. He doesn't want shit, and if you do give him things, he's like, "Why did you spend money on me?"
Is he the kind of person who just like buys everything that he wants and then it's like, oh, what am I supposed to fucking get him? Yeah.
Yeah, on my birthday, he sent me like how much platinum did he send me? He sent me like 10 platinum or something. Like he sent me fucking cash money. Like,
That's a
he
good
sent me
buy.
like 10 platinum on my birthday. He's that guy. Yeah. Which is insane that he sent that because he had no idea that that would actually get to me. So,
Tally sent you a book on mushrooms.
yes, I got the book from Tally.
Sure. So pocketbooks then?
Fuck.
Yes.
Well, you remember that, let me see actually, that pocketbooks was
The stand?
I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure that was the stand.
The
It's like right
Reader's
in the
Creed
center.
was the one that was abandoned.
Yes, and Dana Marie was intending to reopen the Reader's Creed after because she was a clerk there. She was, so and after after Lincoln Douglas has passed, she intends to kind of carry on in his stead.
We can go check if he's in.
That is
Yeah,
what you
wherever.
remember
Rearrange
from
some
last
books.
time.
Rearrange the books.
Go take one out, put it in a different place. No, I'm kidding.
You're an awful person, so
I try. Thank you.
I know. Well, sure. Yeah.
Okay, where to first?
Mm, do we remember that she would open the book thing? Reopen the store?
Yeah, that you guys spoke with her last time. At one
Oh, yes.
point, one of you spoke with her at some point.
Then do the Reader's Creed.
All right. So you guys head out of the Rebel Oak Tavern and uh, back out. Let me see. I'm pretty sure this is yeah. So down Sawyer Street, pretty close by, is the Reader's Creed, the cozy little bookstore with now that you can see all of the closed signs have been removed. The lights have been relit. The windows have been washed. It looks like everything has kind of gotten dusted down, and there are lights in the windows. And as you enter, you hear a little ding 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 bell ring. The surrounding bookstore is almost completely different than the one that you walked into last time. When you walked in last time, it was dark, dingy, and dusty. Books were scattered on the floors. Entire shelves were tipped over. Now, all the books are pristinely and lovingly pressed into their shelves. Some of the shelves are completely gone and replaced with what look like like armchairs and sitting areas and a couple of plush like kind of comfy couches that are a little moth-eaten in places. It looks like maybe they were uh, donated and or from some way in some way. But there are little lanterns that light these little areas, and it's just there's a constant flickering of candle and firelight that just kind of permeates the air, and you can smell the scent of old paper and leather and burning candles and wood smoke, and it's incredibly comforting in here. And you see behind the counter, speaking with what looks like a young teenage girl. You see Dana Marie.
Hello, how
So,
is it? How are you doing after all of this?
oh, hi. Uh, well, I must say it's nice being back here, but it is a tad bit bittersweet. I'll say that at the least. But
It's fair.
it's nice being back here. You know, being able to carry on a friend's legacy is it's a tough upkeep. I'll say that much. But I'm doing my best, and it's nice to provide a service. And now I get to run things a little more my way. So maybe that ain't all bad. So like instead of having you know instead of being just a bookstore, now we are also a library, so people can check things out and return. If they would like to purchase, then they can do that. But uh, I'm hoping that this can be a new chapter. How are you all doing?
We're taking it day by day.
That's really all you can do, I think. And I know y'all are new around here, but we all went through something together, and something that we've been kind of been told to rely on is the community, each other, to and gods above, they really did provide. I had people in here fixing up the place, and folks donating old furniture, and it was a regular little potluck dinner at the end of it. It was something to behold. I'll give you that. I never thought I'd ever see this town united over something, but just wish it wasn't so tragic. Well, anyway, is there anything I can help you guys with? You looking for some books?
Yes, actually. I actually would love if you could help me. If you would love a task to help me with something.
Ooh, a book task. That is what
Yes.
I live for. What you got?
So, uh, my sister loves, okay, here it is, loves bird watching. And I would like a book on bird watching, but I also love fucking around with her. So, could I buy two books? One like the raunchiest smut you have, and then one on bird watching. And then can we just switch the covers on them?
You see her face just like turn a deep shade of red as you mention the dirtiest smut that she has. And she kind of clears her throat.
I know you're thinking about something.
Well,
You have an idea.
we don't have we don't have much in that department.
It just the cover just needs to be ridiculous, so that when she opens it, it's a surprise for bird watching.
I may have a small private collection that could be of use.
Could we do a deal and I can tell you that my sister is the biggest fucking nerd to ever exist and that she will come to this bookstore even though she's here to get fucking married at some point and will probably spend a lot of money. So just think about it like that.
I'll call that a deal. Just give me one moment. And she skitters off to go look through a bunch of bookshelves, and you are all left to your own devices in the bookstore for a moment as she goes. And I look some stuff up.
It's gonna be so funny, guys. She's gonna hate it. I'm so excited. It's okay. She'll hate it and then she'll appreciate it afterwards. It's fine.
Right, that's how it goes usually.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't let her have a
Well,
normal day. We just went through a lot to be here for them, so I need to do something.
it's a good idea, Scylla.
Thank you. I am great at sibling revenge, as one might know. could be able to tell from me.
Belle, what's like the worst book you've ever read?
I don't fucking know. What do you mean by worst? Because I read an
Like,
Atlas once, and that was fucking terrible.
Why did you read an atlas?
Because like somebody told me it was gonna get better, and it just didn't.
I need to work on your believing people.
What the fuck was I supposed to do? Was told it was gonna get better, and then it didn't get better. It just kept being more maps of shit that I didn't care about.
You're like, there'll be a plotline in here somewhere, I swear.
Well, like it was annotated by some fucking sailor or something, but he didn't fucking have anything to say.
He just said there's a treasure chest here. And you were like, that's great. Plot plot development.
That was like page one, and it really went downhill from there. Okay.
I admire the dedication to like actually finishing it.
I if I have to tell people stories, I have to figure out where I can get some stories from. Figured
This
people
is the
don't typically
time.
read atlases, so I thought I might just fucking go for it.
That's fair. That's very fair.
You see Anna Marie uh, kind of coming back down from an upstairs room that you guys are familiar with, but she doesn't quite know that. Um, from an upstairs room uh, and with two books in her hand. One is surreptitiously covering the other. Um, and it she kind of like looks around kind of a little secretively and kind of slides the books across the counter to you. Would these suffice? And you see one of them says sorry. The one of them says The Marquesian Aviary, a study of Marquette's most beautiful birds. And the other, and you can see like on the cover is a beautiful multicolored bird, kind of just spreading its wings, and it's a lovely over like a sandy desert. It's beautiful. Um, the other is a book about the same size, maybe a little bit maybe a little bit larger, and on it is a depiction of a knight. Um, this knight is in the most tight-fitting armor that you have ever seen on a masculine person, um, and somehow like is making like a cropped chest piece work somehow with the 8-pack abs.
This is just Ren Fair.
Um,
Just somebody at Ren Fair.
and he is being his helmeted head is being caressed, and his body is being kind of wrapped around by what looks is a dark purple skinned tiefling. And it's like she is raunchily dressed, like very scant, like silks, and there is quite a lot of booty in the pose, and a lot of like cleavage and bust, and like she's like licking his helmet, and it's and it
Her
said
tongue is just like a little bit too long.
yeah, exactly. Like her back is arched in a really awkward way, and like impossibly in real life, like the proportions are all off. And the title is The Temptation of a Night.
This is perfect.
All right. I'm not I'm not quite skilled at bookbinding. But I'm sure I could find someone who could make it work.
I mean, really, we just need the one to cover over the other one. So it doesn't really need
Well, it
binding. It
should.
needs the much more like cover.
You would rather have just one covered rather than them both switched? Will you be
Hmm.
giving her both books? Like how is this gift going to work?
That's a great question. Would she actually read the other one? Is the question here? Hmm. I feel like because it's her wedding, I'll keep the slightly destroyed other one, the raunchy one, and just give her that one. If she really wants to read it, she has to come to me and ask for it, which is even better.
So you're going to be gifting her a raunchy book, but in the inside
Birds.
it's birds.
Yes.
Oh dear. Understood. All right. Well, I will. I'll have them switched, and I'll give you both. How's that?
You're the best.
All right. For both books, well, for a wedding discount, I'll put on, let's say, 8 silver.
Okay, that's doable.
All right, and
Perfect.
we can say
8.
we could say 1 gold should be able to get the binding done, and if there's change, I'll bring it back. I'll make sure that
Okay.
gets back to you with the.
Easy. 1 gold
All
removed.
right. Hopefully this can be ready by tomorrow, but if not, it should be ready within a day or 2.
That's fine. That's
All
a
right.
need
All
time.
right. Well,
We were very early.
I'm going to go put these away. She kind of blushing her little head off.
You're the
Scurries.
best. Thank you.
Oh hush! I completely forgot her accent for that entire thing.
It's okay. I was speaking in Alex's voice for like half of that. So
Lovely. All right. So, anything else to do in
that's
this
gonna be
bookstore?
so funny. It's gonna be so funny. I'm so excited.
Okay. Moving on. Where to next?
I did my thing. So if you guys want to do something,
I go to the
what
post
kind?
office. Go
Okay.
write a letter.
Bureaucracy. Let's go.
Right. So it is about 11 o'clock in the morning at this point. As you guys are moving through the town, it seems like it's trying to come back a little bit. You see a couple of businesses with doors open, kind of in several with the proprietors kind of hanging out outside the front door, kind of looking around, almost hey, come on in, we're open. But you find your way to the post office. What would you like to do?
Going to write to Milo. It's probably gonna take a while to get to him, but hopefully it'll get to him before we get to God, where is he at? Nicodranus. Um, I don't imagine that he has a single residence, but there's probably a bar that he mentions that he hangs out in a lot. Probably has like a little squeeze there. Sure, we'll call her Moira. So I'm gonna write this letter to Moira and be like, hey, if you have seen my brother, can you let him know that I might be in town in a few weeks? Thanks, Yvain.
Okay. Do you leave any kind of response, like, like write like a return address or anything?
Sure, yeah. I'm staying here, at the Rebel Oak Tavern. Yep.
Okay. All right. That gets handled. 2 silver.
Sure.
All right. That takes about about a half hour to get done. It's coming up on around high noon. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I want you to say the thing, Mac. I want you to say the thing.
What?
That's what I want you to do.
It's high noon.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I don't care. I don't care.
That's all I wanted. And we're good. I don't know if Scylla can think of any more anxiety tasks she wants to do.
Oh, I do want to clarify something. Ben, has Belbin, Yvain would have offered for Belbin to get on her shoulders. Has he been on her shoulders or is he walking?
Oh, he would have gotten up.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
Like, is largely pretty quiet, but would have gotten up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say no to a piggyback ride. It doesn't matter what mental state.
let's get something very clear here. My legs are 12 inches long. We got to get up in the air if we can.
Okay.
Belle, you got anything you want to do today?
No, not really.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess meet Silla's people when they come in.
Yeah, hey, so where would they go first, you think?
Good question. Maybe the church or wherever they're. I'm assuming they might have to stay at the same hotel as us. I don't know though. I can't remember. It feels like a million years ago when we first got here, and I can't remember the information we were told.
Oh
Is
no,
is all of town still like covered in holes? Like potholes in the road, holes in the side of buildings, etc.
Yes and no. There still
Okay.
are tons, but they are slowly being like mended and fixed
Yeah.
and
Okay.
like, dealt with however they can.
Just trying to picture how decrepit this place looks.
Now that we can actually see it.
Yeah. Give me like
I don't know.
2 seconds.
The dog.
I don't know, like Horror seems to be the kind of person who could throw money at stuff, so you think he went for like the big fancy one?
That's kind of what I was wondering too.
Good question. It's a very good question.
Also, they didn't get here a week ahead of time, so it might just be like 2 or 3 day stay or whatever.
Hmm.
Where the fuck do they
Maybe.
live?
They live in fucking Rexentrum, which is like, why are they here? Which is like, I'm gonna.
That's a really pretty place, is.
It was, yeah. I mean, I just don't, why did they go all the way? I have questions for them, that I will not immediately shout at them when I first see them to the best of my ability.
Is there anything like we should know about them?
That's
Any
a good
subjects
question,
we
yeah.
shouldn't bring up? Like,
Um, Not crazy. We didn't have like it was, we grew up without parents, but it wasn't like it sounds like that'd be like, oh, that's so bad, but like it really, we didn't come away with like too much childhood trauma. The trauma more happens now. Um, I will say Porter's pretty. I don't want to say shy is the right word, but like the stoic, quiet type. So he might not speak a whole lot. Like, he'll be like kind and nice, but he might not like engage in like long conversations with you for a hot second. It took me and Tally a long ass time to get him to like actually speak to us. He came to the orphanage, like he actually remembers his parents. Uh, so
To
he came.
clarify, you're saying that he's stoic and doesn't talk a lot.
Mhm. That's why we
Okay.
got along so well. Yeah, because we would just. That's how I ended up making friends with him, was because Tally wanted to talk to him so bad. But she's Tally. You will find out. And he would go and like kind of sit on the beach in quiet, and I would just go and sit with him, and we just sit in silence for a little while, and then he finally started talking to me. So, you know, one of those types.
other
But he
question.
definitely speaks less than me. So,
Do you want us to like fuck off and do something and then you kind of like catch up with them at some point?
I mean, if you guys want to, I don't. You can do it. It's fine. You saw me cry in my stepmom's arms, so I. So whatever at this point, kind of.
Okay, we'll feel it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So what's the plan right now then?
I'm like forcibly stopping myself from just like going to the front gates and like pacing back and forth. So that's why I've been asking for random tasks to do.
Okay. They might. Where do you think they'd check in first? We could go by the church, the temple.
I'm really not sure. Hmm. I don't know. After we went to the church first, before we went to get,
That's true.
yeah.
It may have been ill-advised, but it's fine.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess the question really is, do you want to meet them at the gates, or do you want to go find them after they've checked in?
I, uncertain currently. I don't think at the gates is a good idea. That feels too, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very stressed out. I don't know.
What are the odds that they know about what generally has happened here, and how shocked will they be to arrive and find the place covered in craters?
That's a really good question, and I'm gonna assume they didn't know. Because they definitely like weren't coming here to like fucking fight it or anything. So
I hope not. It
I'm
sounds
gonna
like a
go with
terrible wedding.
I'm gonna go with not at all. And Porter was trying to flex and chose a very wrong. He threw a dart, and the darts did him very wrong.
So, like, should we be there to
Oh, be like,
preface
oh
for
yeah,
them,
this, yeah.
or just let them
Hmm.
fucking figure it out on their own?
My like sister mentality just wants to like be in the room that they're checking into and like dramatically spin on a chair and be like, "Where have you been?" But that's probably not the best idea.
You know, maybe if they caught wind of what's going on here, they might be worried about you. It might be nice to see you initially, so they're not like wondering if you're dead.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, the other thing you could do, so if you're really impatient, is you could just start fucking walking down the
Start
road,
walking down
and
the
you'll run into them
road.
eventually, right? Like,
That's very true. That is very fair.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it's an idea.
I don't know. I feel like Scylla's face looks like really like is going through like 1,000 emotions at once. It's like very like doesn't know what to do in this moment because she like has so much anxiety about like them seeing how much she's changed and like also being like, holy fuck, I almost just died many, many times in the past couple days. I would like to see my family, but also like not wanting to ruin their mood. It's like a there's like a little hamster wheel and it's like on fire in Salisbury right now.
You know, why don't we get our steps in? We'll just like drop by the temple, go back to go back by Old Toffee
Okay,
Avenue.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Go take a walk.
Okay, so what is the destination exactly?
The
Like drive by of the church and then up to the gate. Is that the plan?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So it's about yeah, it's about high noon at this point as you guys making your way
Yeah.
uh down to or through to the what was it called? The Horizon's Rest. Oh, it was the not the Temple of the Everlight, it was the Dawnfather. I always get those two mixed up. Yeah, the Horizon's Rest. You see the temple is bustling as it has been this past week. Though you definitely do see less folk in there than have been present. It seems to be thinning out ever so slightly, but it's still quite busy. Um, are you just doing like I said, a drive? Are you, like you said, a drive by, or are you going in or stopping by at all?
I mean,
Go
so
see
do
if they
you,
checked in.
yeah, do you want to pop in, see if they checked in, and then head to the gate after that?
Sure. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Nudge
We'll go do
Scylla
that.
Like, every snap is like
Just pushing for every inch, just like pulling teeth.
Mhm.
You guys drag Scylla in and eventually find Father Alford, who is in charge of all the check-ins of anyone who is doing business with the temple. He is incredibly busy as there are numerous people now doing business with them and having to um, kind of use or use and are now using his station and office as a sort of rendezvous point through which to make all communications. So anything that's going in or out or that's dealing with the church or with the temple is going through Father Alford's office. So You eventually do come onto his office, and he is sat there with several papers, and two other clerics are also sat at other desks that have been pushed into the room and are equally kind of like sorting through papers and filing things and such. And you see several large ledgers and books out in front of them, all on what look like almost lazy Susans type thing that are able to spin. And he looks up at you and says, "Ah, looks down at something. Miss Stalwart, wasn't it?
Close. You got the right letter.
Oh,
Stone.
I'm so sorry. It's been
It's okay. It's been a long, yeah. It's been a long couple days.
it's been quite an experience, I must say. But I'm sorry to remind you of the party you represent.
Stone.
Stone. Ah, yes. Um, I see of one or two more of the guests have arrived, but the wedding party themselves have not yet arrived. They are due sometime within the next hour to 2 hours or so, I believe.
Who showed up so far? The guests.
And they look through as I find the names.
The college friends.
I'm gonna say
Oh my god.
it's
They're
Uncle
from the
Doug
academy.
and Aunt Mildred. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I do not want to talk to them. Absolutely not. Don't speak to them.
Don't fucking talk to them.
Okay.
I'm gonna offer you a drink. Don't take it. It's way too strong.
There is a Brosiak Nikeda, I believe that's how it's pronounced. They don't. They seem to be quite a pleasant individual, and the second was, and then he kind of looks through. There it was, I believe, a day or so ago that they arrived.
Midst of the chaos.
Of course, you would not believe. There are
Oh,
far
well.
too many people. I apologize. I seem to have misplaced that particular form, but it was oh I can't remember the last name. I believe the first name might have been Rachel.
Oh,
We'll figure about that.
Or
Yeah.
maybe like Roche, or maybe perhaps Rochelle or something.
Rael.
That could have been it, perhaps.
So like it's completely shut.
oh no.
She's down. She's down. Fully frozen, staring at the floor, has stopped speaking, has stopped responding to things.
I bet there's like a beat of awkward silence, and Yvain turns to Father Alford and just goes, I heard that your wife was unwell. I do hope that she's doing better.
Oh yes, it was just a small bug, thank goodness. But with everything going on, it ended up being a little more. We were wondering why we were so strapped to find her a doctor, but it turns out that she'd had one already. But anyhow, she's doing much better now, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you're a busy man, so we'll get out of your hair.
Thank you very much. If you need anything, my two friends here should be able to help you out, and thank you very much. And immediately just goes back to his paperwork.
Much appreciated. Pushing Scylla.
had like a full converse the rest of the conversation I wanted to have with that man. And then no, she's down. She's totally brain to shut
Down and out.
Her eyes look wild with fear, like just darting around everyone,
Oh,
waiting to get
no.
punched in the face. I asked for this. I know I did, but I hate you.
Once we're like away from most people. Hello? Pat, pat, pat on the cheeks. Okay, no, you can't. No, nope, nope. I need you present. Need you with me. It's gonna be all right.
Tina Belcher.
Listen, listen. You know, hopefully we won't run into her, and you're gonna look hot at the ceremony and everything, and the after and the reception. It's gonna be fine. So I'm not fucking good at this. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm good. I'm good. It was like, the family, they kind of like have, even if I look like a scary monster, my family had to be like, whoa, still love you, you know. Um,
Yeah.
that person doesn't. And, yeah. Especially after the last time we saw each other. And I know I like low key invited her, I think, but I didn't think she was gonna actually show up.
But that might be a good sign, you know? Maybe she wants to see you. And it's been a long time. And you thought that your mum was gonna be like, fuck you and all that. But Hannah welcomed you back with open arms.
I don't think we should call her my mom in front of her at this point.
Oh, of course, I won't do that. I'm sorry. But Hannah, you know, you thought Hannah was gonna punch you in the face, and that didn't happen.
That's fair. I do feel like a lot of people have reasons to punch me in the face, though.
So you've been really bad at predicting other people's behavior through the entire time that I've known you. So
that's a valid call out, I will say. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a little box and put it somewhere else than besides the front of my brain.
because we got 60 minutes till we gotta find Helene Porter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
And we
You
should do
see her
that
like
first.
fully like you watch her compartmentalize it in her face. It's like, oh,
We're gonna be able to open
I'm
up a
good.
fucking box business at this rate. Jesus. I mean,
Yeah, there's so many
gods
boxes.
above.
There's a
I've,
container
it's
store
like
inside Scylla's head.
Yeah, it's like a storage facility. Yeah, it's like different.
Ark of the Covenant's
Oh,
in there somewhere.
no, probably. Yeah.
So you guys head out down Altafi Avenue towards the front gate. You arrive at the gate. You see two Zalezo whose outfits probably fit better when they were younger, and who you would assume would probably most likely be sitting on nearby stools and probably just, talking amongst themselves or doing something else while they watched over this gate. But they are currently both stood at attention at this gate, currently just watching everything with almost a nervous kind of gaze to them. And as you approach, they both kind of like clock the three of you and like just take you all in, and they kind of like see you, make eye contact, and they just give you a nod and go back to scanning.
You see anything interesting, boys?
Oh, just the usual today. Couple of people coming in, couple of people going out. The usual.
Have you eaten yet? And so we'll make some good berries in her hand.
I'll never say no to a free meal. And the other one just kind of smacks his hand and goes, "Hey, don't eat things that you don't know where they came from." "Thank you, miss. We appreciate the offer, but we both already eaten. Thank you.
Suit yourself. They're pretty good.
I fucking want one. I eat one.
I'm gonna waste fucking good berries. It's just...
The other guy like looks at his friend like, the fuck? Takes one, and the other guy just.
I'm a very reputable druid. It's fine. I'm very trustworthy. Do you see my face?
Yeah, she looks nice. Thank you, miss. It's very good.
You're welcome. We're just waiting for a few of our friends to come through, so that's why
Oh,
we came to look here.
well, okay.
The
I think
people
we're
that came
gonna
in,
do.
were they recent or
There were a few people walking. Uh, there was a cart with some fruit that came through. A couple of wine people left. Let me see. Couple more people on foot, and that was the beginning of my shift.
cool, but no one in the last like 30 minutes or so?
Uh, no.
Good on you.
Great, great, nice.
So do we need to just walk down the fucking road?
No, I think we could just take a lap. I don't want to seem like we're lingering.
Okay. Where do you want to take a lap to?
I don't have any plans.
Oh, hold on. Who's that? And as you
Max taking nice
What?
Phil's brain.
you hear before you see coming kind of turning down the main thoroughfare that leads to the front gate of Phelan. You see a horse-drawn cart and carriage with a driver atop it in what look to be pretty standard, roadworthy clothes, a flat cap doff that is for on his head, and two long pointed ears sticking out the top. Uh, Green skinned goblin individual is just kind of as this carriage pulls up through the front. The three of you are kind of stood awkwardly in the center of this gateway, and
Just
kind of
fully
basically just
blocking.
dead center, watching this. Can you stop whining, Jesus? I don't know if you guys can
It's
hear
just
him.
a
He's just going. I'm so sorry. I don't know
It's
what
fine.
your issue is. God. Anyway, uh, you guys watch this carriage, and it's uh, Scylla nicer than you expected. Um, Nicer than like Yvain, you've seen nicer. You've seen nicer down the alleys of Amman, but Belt, this is a nice fucking carriage. It is got kind of a sort of metallic bronzish filigree decorating the doors, and it's got that sort of like like stagecoach style opening to it with a draw with a curtain draw. And you see as they're approaching, you see the driver goblin kind of lean back and say something to the individuals that he seems to be carrying. And you as he leans back to say something, he kind of like looks back over and leans back again and uh says something again. And you see this carriage is kind of like moving at a brisk pace, but not incredibly fast. It's like a standard little clop. You see the side door of this carriage burst open as let me see if I gotta pull this up. So as a tall, spindly, uh, looking half elf kicks the door open. Uh, she's wearing a sort of like orangish dress with it's sort of like almost like a deep yellow kind of feel to it. It's a long skirt that goes down to her about her mid calves, and you see just with flat shoes on, with flats, and you see this leg, just elegant leg, just cartoon style kick this door out, and you see this tall, lanky, redhead elf, half elf, leap out of the carriage and just start like and take a small little tumble and kind of pulls herself up, brushes off, and starts just running down the thoroughfare, quickly outstripping the the horse and carriage, and is just barreling straight for Scylla. Scylla, what do you do?
Oh my god, you could have waited for the carriage to stop. Just
I
wait for
don't
her.
give a
Doesn't
fuck
even
what you were
stop her.
saying to me. I want to hug you. It's been so long. And you just see this red and yellow blur just wham into Scylla like just like a freight train. Uh Scylla, I need you to make a
Yeah,
dexterity
yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah. It's death by redhead. It's fine. Oh, I stay up. 21.
Yeah. So all 110 pounds of tally just slams into you, and you just absorb all of it in this just massive hug. Her long, spindly limbs just kind of snaking their way around you and pulling you into a bone crunching, just anaconda wrap.
Yeah, Scylla hugs her back really hard. I can't believe you just jumped out of a fucking carriage, you idiot. It was
And
moving.
you hear you can feel tears on her face. Porter didn't tell me.
They didn't tell you what.
He didn't tell me you were going to be here.
Why would I not be here?
I don't know. He didn't.
I'll beat them up for you. It's fine. I'll.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll tag team him. It's fine. You don't need to get married. We'll just get him.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't need him no
Yeah,
more.
fuck him.
And the two of you see this. She's got these very bright green eyes that she's kind of pulling glasses up to wipe away the tears. She kind of has this just naturally kind of impish, mischievous kind of look about her. If Scylla hadn't told you to know better, you would assume that she was the troublemaker of the group. Um, and she's, like I said, half elven, the pointed ears, kind of like a fair olive skin tone, bright fiery red hair that comes down in like wavy curls to about like her, like a little lower than her shoulders. um she's kind of like got like, yeah, almost like a bronzish sheen to her, but she's I can't describe her any other way than as sort of like a poodle skirt girl almost, but
Oh,
it's a little more
that's pretty
bookish, you know?
Yeah.
If a poodle skirt girl was a little more bookish. And so as she's like, wiping her tears and just kind of babbling to you, oh my God, it's been such a long journey. I've been stuck in the city for so long, and now being out and about, oh God, I can smell the water. I haven't been at the water in so long.
Okay,
And
Songbird, calm down, calm down. You got this. And so it's like we're trying to wipe the
she
tears
is
off.
talking a mile a minute. You guys, you two, Belle and Yvain, can barely, you're picking up like every third word. Scylla seems to have just like fallen into a rhythm already, but like she is like talking a mile a minute. You can barely understand her. As she's been doing this, the carriage kind of pulls up and pulls to a halt. And as the driver steps down and starts kind of tending to the horses, you see the door open again, more calmly this time, as a very, very large and tall, broad-shouldered, blonde man steps out of the carriage. He is about 6'7", uh, probably at least 275, 280. Pure lean cut muscle. This guy is made of marble. He is fair skinned human, blonde hair that is wavy and just like action movie style, like perfect. Just somehow like he looks like he barely did anything to it. He woke up this morning and it was just fine. But he's dressed in a dark green tunic with matching breeches and black leather boots, and you see a saber strapped to his side, and it's buttoned. He's got his collar buttoned up to his neck, and he looks very proper. He's ramrod straight, and as he steps out of the carriage, and he smiles broadly, and you just see like he's got like these uh he's got like, these dark almost like kind of like kind of dogs. He's got puppy dog eyes. He's got big brown puppy dog eyes, and you see him smile as he looks at Tally and Scylla just going at each other, and he reaches in and pulls out some bags and pulls some more off of the back of the carriage. He as you guys are kind of talking, he walks up and hands some coins to the driver and says some quiet words to him before walking up and first taking Tally's hand and kind of leaning in. Are you all right, darling? You took a bit of a fall there. And she turns around and she just kind of slaps him on the chest. She says, why didn't you tell me Scylla was going to be here? Well, I wanted it to be a surprise, love. And I feel like that was good enough. As long as you're not hurt. Now, I'm going to take a moment here. And he just kind of scoops you up, Scylla. And he's got one hand wrapped around your waist and the other is like up around the back of your shoulder and is like holding the back of your neck and is just kind of pressing you into his chest and his shoulder.
Did you get fucking taller? How did you were a full adult with us with each other. You cannot get any bigger.
He just holds you and 3 words. I missed you. He sets you down and leans over and kisses Tally on the cheek. I'm going to settle our business. You go with Scylla and catch up. I'll catch up with you. Just where will you be?
Where will you be? Where are you guys staying?
That's what I'm going to go figure out.
Okay. We're staying at the... Where the fuck are we staying at?
Rebel Oak.
Oak Tavern.
The Rebel Oak. I thought that was it. We're staying at the Rebel Oak, and there's a very nice lady named Tiamora there, but that's like not the fancy one. And apparently, you're fucking loaded now, so you know.
Hardly loaded, but
You're flexing a little bit, Porter. You are. Don't hide it. I can see it.
He kind of like adjusts his collar a little bit. Well, I'll go get us sorted.
Don't mind the holes.
Don't think of it as.
Understood.
As he's walking away, so I was like, "You are great at picking locations, Porter."
As Tally kind of like looks around and just like, what exactly happened here? Or was there some sort of crazy thing?
Are you in a place to receive potentially immensely bad news, or would you like to like settle in first and then we can get into it?
Oh, I have been traveling for so long. I am letting him handle all the wedding stuff. I just want to catch up with you. How long have you been here? Are you okay?
How long have we been here? And she like looks down like all like the bite marks on her arms. Like,
oh my God, Scylla, are you? What happened? She's like finally just now looking at you and like noticing like, Scylla, your shirt has blood all over it.
I thought I picked a good one. I think all of my shirts have blood on them right now. It's fine.
Well, what? And she like looks. She like is like holding your hands and like, you're wearing gloves. Oh,
Yeah. It's been a long 2 years. Yeah.
I. We have a lot to talk about.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's why I wanted, you should get checked, settled in, and then we can.
I think I should. I think we should catch up first before. I think maybe. I think
Also,
maybe I will need to hear this before I settle in.
yeah, I also just found out that Rael is here, which is another. Yeah. So it's been like a very long week. It's
You
been a very long
see,
week.
you see the color drain from her face and just like,
I put it in a little box already. You
oh,
should too. Yeah,
oh no, she's here.
I think I invited her. I think I invited her.
You invited? You
I
invited her.
think so. I think so.
Of course. Why else would she be here?
Yeah. I I don't know. You were friends with her too. That was
I'm
me.
not going to invite your ex to our wedding. Why would I do that?
Does she really count as my ex? Nothing fucking. You know what? Yeah,
I'm
I
not going
think
to
I
invite
invited.
your crush that never was to our wedding.
Ah,
Why would I do that? It's not like I'm
you
your
were.
sister or anything.
I don't know. You grew up with her too, so I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would have been mad. I would have been mad. Let's
Well,
not even. We're
you
not gonna lie about
never
that. Okay.
know. You never know. Maybe, maybe,
I did talk
maybe.
to her mom, and it turns out they
You
don't
talked to
hate me.
Hannah? Did she,
Yeah, I did.
um, did, what did she say?
Um, that she loves me and that they would have adopted me if Rael didn't ask them to, because she wanted to make me part of their family.
Oh,
That was a really great. It's just been a lot going on. Dally, where the fuck have
oh.
you been?
She, I, ne- mm, that's, I'm so glad, Zilla. I'm so glad you saw her.
Yeah, she's still the same, from when we were growing up.
Oh,
She let us stay with them for a couple of days, actually, like
oh,
immediately. Like
really?
we didn't even, yeah. I
That's
did
nice.
fall asleep in Rael's room at one point, which was
You creep,
insane.
of course you did.
Yeah, I stole her clothes too. They're in a bag in her
You
room.
freaking weirdo. Which ones?
Yeah. Oh, the sweatpants with the words on the back. You remember those?
I might steal those too. Anyway,
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's the
okay.
that's the fun part. And then there's a lot of bad things. Do you know what a false hydra is? And then Soda just grabs her arm and just takes her.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, these are my friends, by the way, that helped me not die.
oh my goodness, you've,
They're not just standing here listening to us speak like
oh,
weirdos.
I'm so sorry. Of course, I'm a mess. As you can see. Hi, Tally Stone. It's a pleasure to meet you. Any friend of Silla's is a friend of mine.
Hello, I'm Yvain Stoneflower. Um,
No
yeah, it's
relation, I hope.
likely not. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, don't apologize. Like you're catching up, you know.
Yeah, I'm Belbin, Algebra, not stone related at all. Um, yeah, there's a lot to get into, so I'll
Yeah.
All right.
do all
Well,
that.
it seems I'm missing something here. You've all been through quite a lot, haven't you?
Yeah.
That is a statement.
That
That
is
is a
true, a true
factual
statement.
statement. Yeah.
She's kind of got her eyes focused on you, Belle.
Uh-huh.
Your name is Belbin Elderberry, right?
That's me. Yeah.
She kind of looks to Scylla and looks back at you. Okay. Well, this is a pleasure to meet you. I'm, and you were Yvain Stoneflower, correct?
Right.
Okay, I will not forget these names.
If you do,
It
it's
is so
fine. You got
nice
a
to
lot
meet
going on.
it is so nice to meet people who Scylla considers special. And I'm so glad that you are able to come. And it's nice. I'm excited to share this with you. But
Honestly, honestly insulting that you think I wouldn't be here. You think I'd miss your fucking wedding?
I I have a lot to catch you up on.
Oh boy. Okay, sounds like we have a lot to talk
So,
about. There's also a lot of things. Like, a lot of things. I
who
think
goes
I
first?
up
Who's
here.
going first? How are we gonna do this?
That's a really good question. I think maybe should we one up each other? Should we do it that way?
I
See who
say
wins?
you tell me what you've been up to since you left us, 'cause it's been a while.
Did you want to sit down somewhere,
Should we
grab
like not
drinks
stand in the
over
middle of the
this?
road? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I assumed you guys were walking and
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
walk.
guys,
Yeah.
you
We'll,
would,
we'll walk back to the bar.
yeah.
Yvain, I want to go to the beach. You want to come with?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes.
Two of you.
That
Oh.
is actually really. As they're like walking away, I'm like, yeah, that's really big for him. He fucking hates water. So that's.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know if they're actually gonna go to the beach.
I hope I didn't make your friends uncomfortable.
No, they just know that my space is important to me sometimes. Um,
They are good friends. That Belbin.
were you doing some weird magic? Did something happen when you were talking to him?
No, it's just one of my feelings.
So weird magic.
Are
Yes.
you in the
Me and Belbin?
Okay,
What are you
okay.
asking? What are you asking right now, Tally?
That what you thought I was asking. And that's why
Well,
I was asking
Bitch, be
because
so
that's
fucking for real.
what you thought. I thought I am asking, which is, and I'm asking because it seems a little out of character.
yeah, it's very out of character. No, he's a very close friend of mine, and we apparently there's our souls may be connected, uh, something like that. So Gilmore, you know the guy from Gilmore's Glorious Goods. I met him in Iman, and he told us that our souls are connected, and also I think part of mine is missing or corrupted, something like that. I'm unsure.
I have
There's so
I've been she kind of like you see her wanting to smack herself in the forehead, but is like like resisting as if she's been like trained not to do such a thing.
I think so. Like immediately, like just puts her hand up to her forehead and is surprised when
No,
she.
I've gotten
when she-
better. I've gotten better.
Okay.
Whenever I have time at school, I always try to kind of look into things that might have helped you. I didn't know much about it. But I was looking at fungal diseases and different magical maladies and other things that were physical, and I never thought to think deeper than that. And I feel like I let my sister down.
You couldn't have known, Tally. I didn't fucking know for sure.
You
Don't feel bad.
a soul? But your soul?
Yeah, it's the wild mother also like told us something about that too. It's been like a lot of yeah, I don't know. And then the whole thing with like obviously my hands didn't look
So
like this last time I saw you.
yeah.
It's a lot going on.
So you catch her up on everything that you've been up to. She lets you know about studying at the Soldiers Academy, about she's chosen her major, that she's choosing transmutation with a minor in she's choosing transmutation with hold on.
You've written out her college courses.
Literally. Yep. She's majoring in transmutation, but yeah. But she's minoring in divination. And
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah.
there's a professor that has kind of taken her under a wing and has been acting as a mentor to her that she's really, really like happy to have. Her name is Professor Willingham, and she is just a treat. But she's from the divination department, and just kind of immediately just clicked. But she's constantly trying to do research, study, and figure stuff out about what might be up with you. And now, knowing this about knowing everything that you're telling her about and all that, she is kind of like, you can already see the cogs spinning in her head. She's already doing calculations and making like, stuff like that. By the way, this entire time she has had a leather book bag slung over her shoulder that she has not let go of, besides to hug
shit.
you.
Yeah.
And she's
I
like, at this point, at some point, she's reached in, pulled out a notebook, and started like jotting things down while you guys were talking, and
oh my god,
just
you
like,
fucking nerd.
this was the kind of thing she always did. That she would just
Mhm.
have thoughts that she couldn't, that she couldn't get to in time to voice out loud, so she had to write them down to get to later, and she kind of perfected the ability to write without looking.
Yeah, I think as they were like walking and like talking, I think Scylla may unconsciously guide them to the house on Sawyer Street. Is that where it was?
Okay. Um, as she's talking about, well, I found this little hole in the wall restaurant that it is open 24/7. It serves Havash. It serves
In
Havash.
Rexentrum?
It's
That's
not, it's
very great.
nowhere near as good as it is back home,
Obviously. Yeah.
but it's still, it's just, I can go there while Porter's working because he works nights, and I'm always at school during the day. So if he's at work and I can't sleep and I want to like read a book or study or something, I can always go there, have some havash, and it's nice. But I want to take you there, but it's nothing like the food. Like the food carts back home, or the street carts are better, but and
I
this
mean,
is
you can't beat getting it from a dirty man on the street, you know? There's nothing, there's like a little extra spice in there. It's probably spit, you know?
yeah. Um, why are we in the jungle?
Oh, fuck. And I think they've like we've like led. So, do you remember what I said? Do you know what the false Hydra is?
Yeah, you explained this was, he really picked the place, didn't he?
He
Well, I
really
mean,
did.
I guess
Sal, he
we both
really did.
agreed on it. The Professor Will was always talking about the wine here, and I mean, I've grown to like a nice glass of red, but
You're so fancy. Fuck you.
that Porter is making so much at his new job.
I can tell, dude. This is really fucking expensive to be
He's
here.
he's been there, so he was. I should let him.
I almost was convinced that you guys had been like this was like a fake invitation, and I was gonna get like jumped while here.
He is being very weird about this job. He's been there about 8 months now. Maybe like, no, he's been there. No, no, no. Sorry. He's been there about a year and maybe 4 months, something like that.
But he got promoted like pretty soon after I left. Yeah.
Oh, you. Oh,
You haven't spoken to me, Tally. You're the one with the fucking access to the message spell, not
I'm
me.
sorry. I've been studying. I'm so sorry. He left the Crown's Guard after about 6 months.
To do what? Especially make this much fucking money.
I'm not really quite sure. He says he's working a security job, and he works nights, and he says it pays very well. And I mean, I don't know much about what he does. He says he works for a very rich and kind older lady, and but he works security for her on the evenings. But he doesn't like to talk very much about what he does.
Will you give me permission to bully him to find out what he's doing?
I was kind of counting on it if at some point I was
Yes.
going to talk to you about it.
Cool. I
Because
will
I
definitely do
don't,
that. And if
he
not,
does,
Yvain can bully him. She's or Belle. They're pretty good. They can do
he's
it.
not good at lying, and there's something weird about this one.
I will definitely do that. That sounds like fun.
Okay, but
I miss bullying.
yes,
I
he's
miss
been
bullying.
doing his own thing. Oh, I wonder if he'll bring him along. He was sleeping in the carriage when I left. Um, we got a dog.
A dog.
He's a big.
And you didn't start with that. Fuck you.
It was so much.
Jump
I'm
out of
so
the carriage.
sorry.
Don't bring the dog.
He's big and sleepy and just he's a big boy. His name is shit. Fuck. His name is Kahu.
I'm going to pet the fuck out of that dog, and then I will turn into a dog, and then we'll be best friends.
That's going to be so. Oh,
You know who?
could talk to him.
I could.
Oh my god, I can. He's more Porter's dog because, like, I mean, he spends a lot more time with him because he's home during the day while I'm at school. But he's such a good boy, and he's such a good cuddler. You will love him.
I will speak with animals tonight after we sleep.
Okay, okay.
You know who I made friends with actually? You know Lady Vexalia from Whitestone?
Like, wasn't she wasn't she in that book? Wasn't she like a
Yes,
character
yes,
from the
in the
book?
book.
Oh God,
Yes,
what
yes,
was
yes.
it?
She's real.
What? I thought
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that
No,
Darrington.
yeah.
Darrington. I always thought Darrington was put into fiction, was put into nonfiction on
I mean, I'm
accident.
sure he lied a lot. He seemed like one of those people, but like I definitely met someone named Lady Vexalia, but I didn't really meet her. I made friends with her bear's son because I was wild tripped into a dog. So,
That
and then her
is.
husband's guard shot me. So that
You're
was fun.
always like weirdly meeting celebrities.
Yes. It's fine. But
Life
yeah,
imitates life.
I yes. And I think Scylla has like started like staring at the house
So yeah, again,
again.
why
Like
are yes, false Hydra? We
yes,
keep getting sidetracked, catching up.
we
I'm
have
so sorry.
very much ADHD. It's
Yes,
not going to change.
are you sure we're
Uh,
not related?
I mean, same last name. You eventually, adopt things.
Okay.
Um,
Anyway,
so false Hydra, yeah.
yeah,
So
that's if I'm understanding correctly, and I mean I've never read anything about this, but I never really read Legend.
it
So
wasn't supposed to be real. It was supposed
yeah,
to be a myth.
this has never popped up in anything like that, but it's if I'm understanding correctly, it's basically when it consumes, it then knows, and to know is to understand, and by understanding, it can make you forget with its song. Sort of, kind of massages the mental cortex into forgetting it was ever there to begin with.
Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think I grew up here, Tal.
You what?
I think this was my house, and I think my parents' bodies are inside.
You see her kind of just look around the tattered remains of this shack. What? What on what Alexandria makes you think that this is
I got back extra memories from everyone else. And there's also like a crib in there that has my name backwards in it, which I don't know what the fuck that's about. Yeah.
she she like moves to like go through the door. Do you stop her?
No,
Okay.
I'll just follow
She
after her.
goes in and almost falls into the
Oh yeah,
hole.
don't fall in the hole. Like grab her on the waist.
Oof.
It kind of seems like the thing like came here first.
Oh God. And she looks down the hallway and I think you guys actually closed that the
I closed.
parents' bedroom.
I'm the only one who knows that there was something in there.
Okay,
I
yeah.
was the only
So
one.
she kind of looks, where do I go? She
Well, if you want to see nibbled on bones, left. If you want to see a very random crib, right.
she immediately walks through the door on the right and is just kind of staring and just kind of looking around. Huh.
Yeah, that was about my reaction too.
What?
Just I couldn't really think about it. We were about to go fucking die in a fight against the false Hydra. It's very compartmentalized in a box in the back of my head, Telly.
Hmm. Hmm. You're right. I think you're right.
I unfortunately thought I was.
Oh. She pulls you into a hug.
I think Scylla cries a little. At that point, she just put up a
She
very
just
brave face.
she just holds you. Look, you need to save a couple of tears for my wedding, okay?
I'll still cry. It's fine.
You better. I better not be the only one with dry eyes. With the fuck non-dry eyes. I want
Funny
to see
enough,
if
I
Porter
think Yvain will
cries.
also cry.
I
Oh,
want to see
Porter's
if
definitely gonna cry.
Porter cries.
He's definitely gonna cry. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
Okay. We should probably get to the tavern. He's probably going to be wondering where we are.
Yes.
But, yeah. Are you going to be okay?
I don't know. It feels like I got the memories back, but they feel like they're like underwater. Like it, you know, they're memories of a very young child that do not
Yeah, how old were you
feel
when
connected to me.
you came to the orphanage a little before me, I think, right?
I was probably like 5 or 6, maybe. I think.
I was
I don't remember. Obviously,
you're only like a year older than I am, so I think we never really got good at that.
I think so.
Got a
Are
good
you?
idea. You were always like a little bit whatever.
It
I
doesn't
was
matter.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like timing and things.
But then I have no memories of like how the fuck I got all the way. Because Nicodranas is not close to here.
Huh. How did you get here? How did you get from here to there? And
Look,
where did, hold on,
it
when did that happen? And especially if you were if these memories were, you said they're like very, like a little, like a very young child,
pretty much. I mean, there's a fucking crib in here, dude.
and you came to the orphanage around like what, 4 or 5?
Somewhere around there.
Whoa,
There's a. I know. I know.
that's a massive gap, sis, bro, whatever.
I don't know how.
Where
It's
were
very
you? Did you
confusing.
just
And
walk in
then
the jungle?
did I swim across the ocean? There's many questions.
What the
And did the
fuck,
soul thing
man?
happen in that time, or like it?
Do you remember anything before the orphanage?
Not. I mean, not
You
really.
never talked about about anything before it.
I really. I mean, obviously the memories were taken from me from before I got there, but even now with them, the puzzle's not puzzling.
That is, huh.
And then
I'm gonna have to journal about this. I might have to like
that's that's fine.
I'm gonna have to think, oh, oof.
I
This math
know.
is not, I love math and this ain't mathin'.
No, exactly. And then like it looks this thing has been here for so long. The
And
false hydra was here for a very
and
long time.
what you said earlier about what the Gilmore guy said, I felt something weird when I met Belle. That's why I thought you guys were.
Oh, he's so small.
I
And not the woman now.
I know, which is why I was weirded out because I thought like, oh, maybe there's some kind of connection between them. I don't know, but I had one of my feelings about him, and I only seem to get those feelings about you and Porter.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then the fact that we were all called to the same place by the same guy.
What do you mean?
And oh, the reason I fucking left, I mean, the reason after I left, I'm messing up my own backstory.
You
After I
left.
left, I got the letter.
Yep.
Um, and it was this guy who was like, I can explain what's going on to you. Come to my mansion. And then Belle was there as well. He also got the letter. Yvain also got the letter. She also is missing memories. So it's.
Yeah, you had explained all this.
Yeah, yeah. So
Right, right, right. I don't trust that
it's
guy.
like almost. It's like almost. Wait, you don't trust who?
I would
Oh,
not
the guy,
trust
the
this
mansion guy. No, we don't.
mentioned dude.
No,
Yes.
not at all. Yeah,
And
he's
you
asking
say
us
you
to
haven't
trek
even
into
met
the
him yet?
jungle after this. So no, not nothing. Just um his assistant, whoever the fuck that guy is. And then they also put me into a room by myself that first night, which was interesting. Didn't get to bunk with everybody else. Questions?
I'm gonna have to talk to your friends about this.
That's so fine.
Okay. Okay.
I put they don't do the box thing as much as I do. So
Really?
honestly,
They don't have a warehouse for a brand?
uh not at least not like theirs isn't Amazon. Theirs is like maybe like a solo shop. Mine's like a shipping warehouse.
Uh, at the hang on. Let me see if I fucking remember this correctly. No, yeah, never mind. Sorry, wrong thing. But okay, so you guys start heading back to the Rebel Oak Tavern to catch up with Porter. Um, Yvain and Belle, y'all fucked off to the beach.
Mhm.
Um, is that actually where you went, or what'd you guys end up doing?
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Belle told me to go to the beach. I'll go to the beach.
I'm gonna go to the
All right.
fucking beach.
Anything getting done there, or any moments that need to happen, or
Yeah. Once we're there, I'll set Belle down way further than the water than he was before. And I'm just gonna plop down in the sand. Hey, I'm sorry I ran off the other day. I just couldn't handle it in the moment. I'm sorry.
Whenever you look up, you realize that he's just got tears running down his face.
Oh,
It's okay. People handle their shit whenever it works for them.
is there a
Didn't
reason you came out here initially?
just it's where my family sort of always came back to, is the water. So it's where I talk to everyone whenever I can. But it's not my favorite necessarily.
Is there a reason we're here now, rather than just fucking leaving Scylla alone?
Well, I mean that, and I don't really know where else to go when uh everything sort of comes out of nowhere. I figured it would be hard meeting Scylla's siblings.
Yeah.
Started to catch that at the beginning of the day, but when Tally kicked a door open and sprinted down the road, it really kind of felt like she hit me with the same amount of force as she hit Scylla. And that would kill me. So, you know, which it's not any of their fault. for that. I know that. It just sucks. So, didn't want to get away too fast and be rude, but needed to get away.
That's understandable.
You don't have to stay down here if you don't want to. I'm probably going to spend a little while here just to get my head back in order. Now that I've had the initial shock, it'll be easier, but
If you don't mind me here,
no,
I'd like to just sit with you, if that's okay.
of course. I mean, I don't know the beach, and haven't really gotten to see you since we came up. And at some point here, probably not today, in the next couple days, I'm going to ask you how you're doing with all of it. Once I think I've got enough of a handle on myself to do that. Well, that's still the same thing, but I need to be in my own head still for now,
Yeah. Got it.
which I think you probably are in a similar boat. So, but I hope you know that I don't blame you for anything. Neither would she. I know that.
I do. Blame me.
Well, we both know that too. So,
That's why I ran off the other day, but I just couldn't.
it's okay. Fuck.
You ever smoke some of this water weed with me?
I don't give a fuck what it is. Put it in my body,
Sure.
please.
Is this the waterweed from Flatboro
Yeah.
that you got from? Oh God, what the hell was his name?
Yeah. The last time she smoked it was right after Ulfric, so it's a special occasion kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh God.
Woof.
Fucking hell.
It just, from what I remember, we got disadvantage on dexterity, but then like +2 to wisdom, something like that.
Yeah, Rick Fire Silver Brace. He was growing illegal waterweed. Yeah. You guys roll up a little joint of it. It's a little dry. It's a little drier than you remember it, so it burns a little quicker, but it's still quite potent. Yeah, you both get disadvantage on dexterity checks and saves. Um, but you have your wisdom scores are increased by 4 at this point. So you get a +2 to you get a +2 bonus to any wisdom rolls. To anything that uses wisdom. But you
I think we
are
just kind of hang out.
But you, yeah,
Yeah.
so like you can see the matrix, but it's in like 2D.
It's just Pong.
Yeah, it's just Pong. Exactly. It's weird. But
Yeah, I mean, I think we just kick it for a
yeah.
while.
So as you guys chief one on the beach, we'll kind of follow the smoke into the air and leave our session there for the evening. This was kind of a more mellow one. We kind of needed a little bit of just like daily kind of the daily grind, I guess, of life to get through. But now the bride and groom are here. You can catch up. The wedding will eventually take place, you hope. And then who knows what is next for this unnamed group of adventurers.
Essentially.
Almost
Scylla's
50
gonna walk
sessions.
around town like on a fucking eggshells the entire time she's
Mm,
around. Every
Nearly.
blonde head of hair she's gonna
Oh
take.
yeah. Oh yeah. And your ex is potentially here.
Mhm.
Who knows about that? Anyway, uh, I'm gonna stop the recording here so we could say bye bye to our future selves. And yeah, bye bye.
Bye.